Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Miss Villa. May I have your attention, please? I would like to welcome you to today's presentation. Before we begin our presentation, I would like to take a moment to introduce our team. We are from Group 11. My name is Imadi Asana Sastra, with last digit 0 to 6, and I will be the moderator for today's presentation. Next, we have Gede Satria Dananjaya Putra Wiranta with the last digit 0, 1, and 5 as one of the presenters, and Niwayan Happy Chandra Wijaya with the last digit 0, 3, and 0 as the other presenter. We would like to give a presentation about kidney function. Next, we will move on to the first topic, which will be presented by Dananjaya. Please welcome him.
The kidney definition. The kidneys are a pair of retroperitoneal organs that play an essential role in maintaining the body homeostasis. They help preserve physical and chemical balance through filtration and the regulation of various substances. Next slide. Kidney location, shape, and size. The kidneys are located in the upper posterior part of the abdominal cavity on both sides of the vertebral column. They sit behind the peritoneum, which is why they are called retroperitoneal organ. The right kidney is slightly lower than the left because it is pushed down by the liver, and both kidneys are partially protected by the lower ribs. In terms of shape, each kidney has a characteristic pin-like form with a reddish brown color. On the inner side, there is concave are called the hilum, which serves as the entry and exit point for blood vessels, nerves, and the ureter. As for the size, an adult kidney typically measures about 11 to 13 centimeters in length, around 5 to 7.5 centimeters in width, and about 2.5 to 3 centimeters in thickness. The weight of the kidneys differs slightly between males and females, ranging from 125 to 170 grams in adult males and 115 to 125 grams in adult females.
Okay, thank you, Dananjaya, for that excellent presentation. Now let's continue to the next topic, which will be presented by Happy. Please welcome her.
Okay, I will explain the structure of kidney. Here you can see the anatomy structure of the kidney. To explain how the kidney works, we need to understand their structure. So, let's begin with the main parts found inside the kidney. Okay, at first, there is nephrons. Inside each kidney, there are around 1 million nephrons. Nephrons are responsible for taking in bulk, metabolizing nutrients, and removing waste from the filtered bulk. These nephrons includes the renal corpusculus, also called multi-young body. This consists of the glomerulus, which absorbs proteins for the bulk, and Bowman's capsule, which collects the remaining fluid before it's moved into the renal tubulus. Okay, the second is the renal tubulus begin after Bowman's capsule and end in the collecting duct. They include the proximal convoluted tubulus, which distributes water, sodium, protein metabolism. Next. Okay. The fourth is renal pyramids. The medulla contains small structure called renal pyramids. These contain nephrons and tubules that help move fluid from the nephrons toward areas that will collect urine. At the deepest part of the kidney is the renal pelvis, a funnel-shaped space that collects urine before it enters the ureter. Above the pelvis are the ventricles, which are small cup-shaped crumbles that collect fuel from the pyramids. This also where extra fuel and waste become urine. Next slide. Okay, on the 6 and 7 there is ileum and ureter. On the inner side of the kidney is the ileum, a small indentation where the renal artery, the renal vein, and the ureter enter and exit the kidney. Finally, the ureter is a muscular tube that moves urine into the bladder, which it will be stored before leaving the body.
Okay, thank you, Happy, for the excellent presentation. Next topic will be presented by me is kidney function. The kidneys perform many essential functions that keep our body in balance. One of their primary roles is to filter excess fluid and various substances from the blood and maintaining the stability of our internal environment. The kidneys also help support the production of red blood cells by releasing a hormone called erythropoietin, which stimulates the bone marrow to produce more red blood cells. In addition to that, the kidneys play an important role in maintaining homeostasis by regulating different physical and chemical processes in the body. They help keep our bones strong through the activation of vitamin D, which is needed for calcium and phosphorus metabolism. The kidneys also produce several hormones that are involved in metabolic regulation, ensuring that the body functions properly. Another major function of the kidneys is to excrete metabolic waste products such as urea and creatinine, preventing the substance from accumulating and becoming toxic. They also regulate the volume of body fluids by adjusting how much water is excreted. Furthermore, the kidneys maintain the body's acid-base balance by controlling the level of acidity in the blood. And finally, they regulate important electrolytes like sodium, potassium, and chloride, helping to maintaining the stable internal composition. Overall, the kidneys carry out a wide range of vital functions that are essential for our health and survival. Next. Urine formation process. The first stage is urine formation is filtration, which takes place in the glomerulus. The glomerulus is a network of capillaries that is closely associated with Roman capsule. During this process, blood entering the glomerulus is filtered, producing primary urine and glomerular filtrate. This filtrate contains water, glucose, sodium, potassium, chloride, phosphate, urine, uric acid, and creatinine. Once primary urine is formed, it moves to the next stage with its reabsorption. The second stage is reabsorption. In this stage, substances that are still needed by the body are reabsorbed back into the bloodstream. Reabsorption occurs mainly the proximal convoluted tubule and the loop of Henle. After this process, the fluid becomes secondary fluids. Meanwhile, substances that are not needed by the body remain in tubulus and will be eliminated in the next stage. The final stage of urine formation is augmentation, also known as tubular secretion. This process takes place in the distal convoluted tubule and collecting duct. At this stage, substances such as hydrogen ion, potassium ions, ammonia, urea, and other waste material are secreted into the tubule. A small amount of water and salt may still be represented here. The result is through urine which consists about 95% water and dissolved substance and ready to be excreted from the body. Next topic will be presented by Happy. Please welcome her.
Okay, here I will explain the renal blood flow. Renal blood flow refers to the pathway of blood as enters, circulate through, and leaves the kidney. Blood enters the kidney through the renal artery. From there, it is divided to segmental interlobe, arcuate, and intergular arteries. These arteries eventually lead the efferent arteriole, which carries blood into the glomerulus for filtration. After filtration, the blood leaves the glomerulus through the efferent arteriole. This vessel then from the particular capillaries or vasa recta, which are responsible for exchanging substance with the renal tubules. Finally, the blood is collected by intergular, arcuate, and interlobar veins, which merge into the renal vein. The renal vein then returns the filtered blood back to the system circulation.
Thank you, Happy, for that excellent presentation. Next, Dhananjaya would like to conclude our presentation. Please welcome him.
Conclusion. In conclusion, the kidney are essential organs that maintain the stability of the body internal environment. Through their complex structure and the work of millions of nephrons, the kidney filter the blood, remove waste, regulate body fluids and electrolytes, and help control acid-base balance. They also perform important hormonal function, including production erythropoietin and activating vitamin D. Altogether, this process ensures proper metabolism, protect the body from harmful substances, and support overall health and survival.
Thank you to all our presenters today, and thank you everyone for attending this session. Thank you, Miss Wilan. That's all from our group. Thank you.